I have a personal theory that there are two types of people in this world. Those who find joy in running competitive races and those who know better. I am firmly planted in the latter group. Running and I don't mix. Do any of you watch the Great British Baking Show? Okay, good. You know Howard from one of those early seasons, like Sweet Howard, and there's all these like little B-roll clips of him like just kind of like, yes, like gently jogging in the British countryside. I make Howard look like Usain Bolt. Okay, like Dan mentioned, I grew up in the Bay Area. I went to school in San Francisco, and for PE we would be like thrown out to run the city blocks in the Sunset District, and my friend Annie Breen and I would turn a hard right, one block in, go to her house and eat mint Milanos until it felt like it was like about time to head back from the run, and then walk back and pretend to be winded. I just have long limbs. I feel like a basic understanding of Newtonian physics, which I don't have, would prove my theory that I was born to walk, okay? So, anyway, you can imagine the cold terror that I felt when I found myself perched at the starting line of the Walt Disney World Wine and Dine half marathon one late October morning, dressed as Cinderella's fairy godmother, no less. It wasn't scary or weird to me that I was dressed like the fairy godmother. It was terrifying that I was wearing running shoes. So let me back up a little bit. I was working at the time at Disney Digital for this channel, vertical, whatever you call those things, called Oh My Disney, which was kind of like Disney's BuzzFeed, that's how you say it. Its sole purpose was to create some kind of viral content for millennials on the internet. I had been hired to write fun articles and quizzes, and then after raising my hand a few too many times, I graduated into girl who has no shame and will do whatever we ask her to do, pretty much. To kind of paint a picture, a few weeks before this half marathon fiasco, I had interviewed the cast of Pete's Dragon dressed like a dragon. No shame. Okay? So, alas, it was late on a Thursday. One of my producer colleagues, Will, comes up to me. He goes, "Kate, we got the idea, Kate. Okay? We all just came out of a meeting. This One and Dine half marathon's coming up. We want you to dress as the fairy godmother and shower runners with Disney, inspirational Disney quotes throughout the race, and we're gonna catch it on camera. Isn't that a great idea?" And I'm like, cool, okay, so I'll kind of be like, positioned at the front of the race, do some of that, and then we'll kind of drive in some kind of a golf cart to the end of the race, and then I'll shill out some inspirational Disney quotes there. And he's like, no, you're gonna run. You're gonna run the 13.1 miles. We're gonna capture you on camera. He's like, I'm gonna run with you, and we got a couple camera crew, they're down to do it. Now, Will is someone who runs that Tough Mudder thing for fun. AKA, he is not to be trusted with my shameful secret that I don't run. So I looked at Will and I was like, okay, cool, see you at the airport tomorrow morning, right? Cool, okay. So I go back to my apartment, I dig out the closest thing I have to running shoes from the back of my closet, which are these like, I guess, fashionable sneakers that I had bought to wear with jeans. I put them on, went out for a little like training run in the neighborhood, and about a block and a half in, I couldn't feel my legs. I was deep in pain. I don't know if I couldn't feel my leg. Well, I know it's because I have no physical stamina when it comes to doing anything more than a walk, but I was also deeply terrified. I was like picturing myself like just as roadkill, having keeled over in the race, runners like trampling me, and this is all caught on camera for the sake of the internet. I was so fucked, you guys. So, anyway, I had said yes, wanted to stay true to my word. So I wake up the next morning, go to the airport. The next 36 hours is a blur. I remember like getting to the hotel. We're in Orlando. It's tropical storming. I'm like, maybe my prayers have been answered. Maybe a hurricane's gonna come and this whole thing's gonna be, called off. I was not thinking about other things being wiped out. I was very selfish at the time. But alas, we woke up the next morning, it was bright and sunny. We head over to the course to kind of do a little, drive-through of it, and I get a piece of really good news. They're gonna let me bike And they're gonna let all of us bike this half marathon. I really buried the lead on that one when I told you I was perched at the starting line. And I'm like, okay, cool, bike. I haven't biked since I was 8, but this could work. Cool. So we get in this van, they drive us on the course, and I'm like, you guys, 13.1 miles is like really fucking long. I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to bike this thing, and what's sadder? Like not being able to run it or not being able to bike it? Well, like thousands of people are running alongside of me. I was like, I'm not gonna make it. And I'm gonna be in a ball gown and it's gonna get caught in the fucking, whatever those things are that are attached to the wheels, gears, chains, yeah, whatever. And it's gonna be rough. Okay, so anyway, really tough life. Okay, so I get fitted for the bike, we run some errands, we had drop shipped from Amazon, this like very, very flimsy, like about to fall apart, glitter-filled Cinderella gown that's like, I'm sure still has glitter embedded in the Hilton Garden Inn carpet of the room that I was staying in, because I was like ironing it the night before. We went to this Halloween superstore, got a wig, I'm like cutting that up. I woke up at 2:30 the next morning. That's another thing about these races, is they start in the dark. Like, I don't understand why this is a chosen method of fun, but I digress. So anyway, get there, the music is pulsing. Like, it's also like a party where you run. 2 of my nightmares paired together. We get to the starting line, I'm on the bike. They let us start just before the starting buzzer goes off. So we start biking. Now I'm doing okay. At this point, for the first 10 miles, guys, honestly, I'm just running on adrenaline. Like, I'm definitely in the back of the crew, and my dress keeps getting caught, but I pretty soon figured out how to like sumo diaper it so it's like around my legs and not getting caught in the gears. So anyway, I do a bunch of like, we stop, Rafiki's there, I yell out this Rafiki quote that's like, you can either run from your past or learn from it, but you're running, so run. Like, just trying to make the Disney quotes match running. At one point I'm like, go, live your dream, but like seriously, go, run. Like, it's not really equating the Disney inspiration. I'm like, just keep swimming, just kidding, running. And runners are like humoring me, like they're really sweet, they're kind of humoring me. By mile 10, they fucking hate me. So I've made it through to mile 10 somehow. I'm feeling pretty proud of myself because I'm still alive. But at this point, the fact that I'm on a bike and all of these runners are really tired is like deeply triggering to most of them. So the thing I hear over and over again is like, give me your bike. Like, people start yelling, give me your bike. And the more common is like, let me get in your basket, which is like very, it was uncomfortable. And I was like, no. And so then I was like, no, but like, you guys get a medal. Like, you're actually running, that's amazing. I'm just like here in a really sweaty wig and like a really crumpled ball gown trying to film something for the internet. Anyway, it didn't go over. But I have to tell you, I made it. So by mile 13, I'm like, I have 0.1 miles left. I was high on life. Like, whatever that runner's high is, I had some kind of equivalent, I guess like a biker's high when you're surrounded by runners was what I was experiencing, and you didn't die. I finished the race, and I have to tell you, I felt so proud of myself. And I could kind of see like why people do it, you know? Just kidding. I am never gonna fucking do that again. Thanks, guys.